Welcome to our explainer. Picture this, a beautiful starry night under a giant banyan tree. Here, a curious young student, the Shishya, sits wide-eyed beside a wise, gentle guru. Together, they are about to uncover the deepest mysteries of the universe. This is a journey of discovery for the young and the young at heart, perfectly blending ancient wisdom with the amazing wonders of modern science.
Looking up at that sparkling night sky, the Shishya asks with such childlike curiosity, Guruji, how does this whole world actually work? What is the secret of the universe, and what is actually real? It's a pretty profound question, isn't it? The exact same question that scientists, philosophers, and curious kids like you have been asking for thousands of years.
Section 1. The cosmic teacher appears and protecting the balance.
The guru smiles warmly, his eyes twinkling like the stars above them. Okay, let's dive right into this by first looking at how the universe protects itself when things go wrong. He explains a beautiful verse from chapter 4 of the Bhagavad Gita. He says that whenever the world forgets dharma, which is just a word for righteousness, fairness, and goodness, divine forces actively step in. The universe doesn't just sit back and watch. It acts to restore the cosmic balance and bring goodness right back into the world.
Think of it like this. Just like our bodies have an immune system to fight off a cold, the universe has its very own way of healing. You see, unlike ordinary living beings who are born because of their past actions, this divine manifestation, sometimes called an avatar, is a purposeful act of compassion. It's literally nature healing itself. Whenever there is an imbalance, whether it's an environmental crisis or just a loss of kindness in the world, a balancing force descends to protect the righteous and guide us back on track.
Section 2. Energy, Soul, and Matter. The Science of Existence.
The Shishya listens intently, but then wonders, well, what happens to our physical forms when things seem to end or die? The guru gently explains that our physical bodies are actually just temporary homes. Inside every single one of us is the Atman, the eternal soul. He uses a wonderful example here. Just as we take off our old clothes at the end of the day and put on fresh new ones, the soul simply changes bodies. It is never, ever destroyed.
And you know what's amazing? This brilliantly illustrates a modern scientific truth that you might actually learn in a science class. The law of conservation of matter tells us that matter cannot be created or destroyed, it only changes form. When a piece of wood burns, it doesn't just vanish, it becomes smoke, ash, and heat energy. Just as physical matter and energy only transform, the soul simply takes a new form without ever being lost.
Section 3. The universe in cycles. No end, only new beginnings.
So the crucial point here is that nothing ever truly ends. This brings the Shishya to ask, if nothing ends, Guruji, what about the very beginning of time? Well, modern astrophysics explores something called the oscillating universe model. That's a fancy way of saying the universe breathes in and out. It expands, contracts, and expands again. This perfectly matches the ancient Vedic concept of yugas, which teaches that time is not a straight line at all, but an endless cycle of creation, dissolution, and rebirth. It's a continuous, beautiful loop.
And inside this loop, everything is moving. Quantum physics shows us that deep down, at the microscopic level, subatomic particles are never completely still. They are constantly vibrating. The guru describes the whole universe to the Shishya as a magnificent, dynamic cosmic dance. Every rock, tree, star, and person is vibrating with energy, playing their own special part in this cosmic rhythm.
Section 4. Action, Reaction, and Karma. How we should live. Brought back down to Earth from the stars, the Shishya asks, if the universe is a dancing web of energy, how should I act in my everyday life? What should I do at school, at home, or with my friends? The guru answers by pairing a profound spiritual law with a famous law of physics. The spiritual law of karma states that every action creates a spiritual consequence. This is exactly like Newton's third law of motion, which states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. If you push a wall, the wall pushes back. If you put kindness into the world, the universe reacts to that kindness.
But here is the secret to peace. The guru tells the story of the wise King Janaka. He ruled a massive kingdom, managed armies, and did all his royal duties, yet he was completely peaceful inside. Why? Because he performed his actions fully, but without any ego or selfish attachment to the results. He just did his absolute best and offered the results right up to the universe.
Section 5. The Fire of Wisdom. Conquering Negative Emotions.
The Shishya furrows his brow. That sounds hard, Guruji. How do I act without ego, especially when I get mad or frustrated or when negative emotions cloud my mind? It's a great question. The Guru explains the destructive force of krodha, which is the Sanskrit word for anger. When we get angry, it acts like a storm in our mind. It shatters our rational judgment, causes us to act out, harms our relationships with others, and disrupts our inner peace. It completely stops us from seeing the universe clearly.
So how do we stop this storm of anger? The Guru explains that the only way to conquer these negative impacts is through the purifying fire of divine knowledge, known as gnana. Just like a blazing fire turns a pile of wood into bright light and warm ashes, the fire of true knowledge burns away our confusion, our anger, and the invisible chains of our past actions, turning all our illusions to ashes.
Now, to gain this incredible wisdom, one must be a good student. The Guru shares the story of King Parikshit, a mighty ruler who approached the sage Sukadeva not as a king, but as a humble student. He shows us the 3 essential steps to wisdom. First, approach a teacher with deep humility. Second, ask sincere, curious questions. And third, offer your help and selfless service to others.
Section 6. Your inner journey begins.
As the night sky turns a soft, warm orange and the sun prepares to rise, the conversation under the banyan tree concludes, but your journey of self-discovery is really just beginning. Let's leave you with these questions to ponder as you step into your day. How can you do your chores or homework today without complaining or ego? What moment of anger can you replace with a deep breath and understanding? How can you use your amazing energy to help someone else? And next time you look around, can you see the universe as one beautiful, connected dance? Thank you for exploring the cosmic secret with us in today's Explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and keep dancing.